Chosen one, welcome to this extraordinary moment where your life is about to shift into a realm of endless possibilities. Yes, you, listening right now, have been guided here for a reason. This is no coincidence. The universe itself has led you to this message because it knows that deep inside your heart, you're ready for a breakthrough. You're ready to unlock new dimensions of awareness, spiritually, emotionally, and yes, even financially. Today we will dive into a phenomenon that just might be happening to you. The mysterious 3 a.m. wake-up call, which only 2% of people experience in a life-changing way. So if you've ever found yourself jolted awake in the dead of night, heart pounding, mind strangely clear, and a sense that something bigger is calling, then stay with me until the very end. Your spirit already knows. This message is destined for you. But before we begin this powerful journey, I have 3 simple yet crucial requests for you. First, go ahead and hit the like button. This not only supports this channel, but also sends a ripple of energy into the universe, showing you're ready for the transformation that's about to unfold. Second, be sure to subscribe so we can grow together, reaching even more chosen ones who are seeking their divine destiny. Third, leave a comment with the number 777. This is more than just a random number. It's a potent symbol, an energetic code that signals your readiness to shift into an awakened life. Typing 777 aligns you with the flow of this message, amplifying its power in your life. Remember, if you truly are a chosen one, you will follow through on these steps. Now let us embark on this remarkable path of discovery. My friend, you are not here by accident. You're listening to this because you are among a select few, some say it's only about 2%, who experience that unsettling yet intriguing sensation of being awakened at 3 a.m., sometimes with no explanation. Have you felt that sudden stirring in your soul, that nudge that whispers there's a higher purpose calling your name? The universe has seen your struggles, heard your late-night prayers, and observed your unwavering dedication to living a more meaningful life. Now it's ready to open your eyes in a way you never expected, pouring insights into your consciousness that could radically alter your destiny. But here's the key. You must be willing to accept that this 3 a.m. wake-up call is no random glitch. You must understand the universal principle that when you align with a divine nudge, you open doors to revelation and favor that others might sleep right through. From the very beginning, you were destined for more than a mundane existence. Each of us arrives on this earth with special gifts and missions. Yet so often, we get lost in routines, numb ourselves with distractions, or adopt limiting beliefs that smother our sense of possibility. But you, chosen one, have noticed subtle signs urging you to wake up, literally and metaphorically. Maybe you've been awakened by a jolt or found yourself wide-eyed at 3 a.m., filled with questions or an odd sense of certainty that you need to be listening. Think about those nights you popped awake, mind surprisingly alert and heart beating fast, as if there's something you're meant to do. These are not trivial moments, they're the universe's gentle prods, urging you to break free from old patterns and step into your higher calling. Every challenge you've faced, every heartbreak, disappointment, or sleepless night has been preparing you to receive this new level of clarity. If you let it, this 3 a.m. phenomenon can become the portal to a deeper, more awakened life. But here's the transformative insight. These moments at 3 a.m. aren't simply about lost sleep. They're about your readiness to perceive truths that daytime busyness drowns out. When you're constantly surrounded by noise and activity, it's hard to hear the still, small voice of divine guidance. Conversely, in the hush of pre-dawn darkness, your soul is more receptive, your mind less cluttered. You might find yourself pondering life's bigger questions. Who am I meant to be? What is my purpose? Why do I feel like I'm waiting for something more? The reason these questions bubble up at 3 a.m. is because you're in a state of heightened spiritual receptivity, unattached to your usual routines. And it's precisely in that state that you can tune into divine revelations that might otherwise slip by unnoticed. Some call it the witching hour, others call it the divine hour. Regardless of terminology, the key is that it's your hour, specifically designed for deeper insights if you are willing to engage. Let's talk about the core principle of alignment with God's timing. This is crucial to understanding why only a small percentage of people get these powerful wake-up calls. The universe, or God, orchestrates events and signals in perfect timing. You might have prayed for clarity, guidance, or a new direction, and now you find yourself blinking awake in the middle of the night, wide open to messages that are best received in solitude. The universe knows that you sometimes ignore or dismiss these nudges during daylight, so it nudges you when your defenses are down. Often we pray for immediate answers but get frustrated when we don't see them on our schedule. But God's schedule is a masterpiece of synchronicity. Delays or middle-of-the-night awakenings are not random. They are precisely orchestrated for your growth. Perhaps the conversation you had that day, or the book you read, or the dream you had, are all converging at 3 a.m. to bring you an aha moment. Trust that every moment of your life has been woven into a tapestry leading you to this particular revelation. Now let's dive deeper into the emotional aspect of this 3 a.m. phenomenon. Emotions are powerful magnets. When you wake at 3 a.m. feeling anxious or unsettled, you may be picking up on emotional or spiritual signals that you've ignored during the day. This is an opportunity, not a curse. Instead of tossing and turning in frustration, try journaling or meditating. Ask the question out loud. What is it that you're trying to tell me, God? What do I need to release? What do I need to embrace? Emotions like fear, guilt, or envy can stand in the way of your spiritual awakening. But when you invite God into those emotional states, surrendering your burdens and opening your heart to receive, you transform anxiety into insight, restlessness into revelation. You start to see how your emotional well-being is directly tied to your openness to these divine messages. Your words also have immense power. When you repeatedly say things like, "I can't sleep," "This is terrible," or "I wish I could just sleep through the night," you might be dismissing the spiritual gift that 3 a.m. is offering you. But if you affirm instead, "I'm awake for a reason, and I'm ready to receive whatever God is revealing," then you embrace the call. Don't underestimate how your spoken words shape your internal reality. This extends beyond your 3 a.m. wake-ups into every area of life. Declare, "I am called, I am guided, and I am awake, physically and spiritually." Such affirmations, spoken sincerely, plant seeds in your subconscious mind that eventually sprout into life-changing breakthroughs. Let's consider a simple yet powerful exercise. Next time you find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., don't just lie there in frustration. Sit up, place your hand over your heart and softly say, "I am listening. Spirit of the universe, God, angels, however you identify the divine, guide me. My heart is open." Then take 3 slow, deliberate breaths, imagining each inhale as divine energy flowing into you, and each exhale as the release of any worry or resistance. You might be surprised by the sense of calm and clarity that arises. Over time, these nightly or occasional awakenings transform from annoying disruptions to sacred rendezvous. You might receive ideas, solutions to problems, or a sense of comfort about a situation that's been troubling you. These downloads aren't random. They're the direct result of your willingness to say yes to your 3 a.m. calling. Of course, practical steps matter too. If you sense God is nudging you toward a new project, relationship, or course of study, you still have to put in the effort. 3 a.m. revelations without daytime action are just ideas floating in the ether. Think of these awakenings as the universe handing you a blueprint. You must still do the building. The balance of faith and works is as old as spirituality itself. A wise person once said, "Faith without works is dead." And this applies doubly here. A plan can be divinely inspired, but if you never execute it, you'll remain stuck. So, the next day, follow up on that idea that struck you at 3 a.m. Research, plan, network, take bold, practical steps. This synergy between spiritual receptivity at night and practical implementation by day forms the backbone of a truly impactful life. Now let's add a 40% fresh spark of insight to everything we've discussed. These 3 a.m. calls aren't only about you. Yes, they awaken you to your personal destiny, but they also equip you to serve others. How many times have you heard inspiring leaders say they woke up with a brilliant concept or a vision that changed the course of their entire mission? This is how many community movements, charitable endeavors, or creative breakthroughs begin. Imagine how many humanitarian projects, books, or radical innovations were seeded in those quiet hours. Your 3 a.m. awakening could spark a ripple effect, impacting not just your own journey, but the lives of countless people who might benefit from your newly gained clarity and courage. Whether that's starting an outreach program, writing a novel that uplifts hearts, or inventing something that solves real problems, the universe could be steering you to a higher plane of influence and compassion. Moreover, 3 a.m. can be a testing ground for deeper trust. When you have to get up early for work or family duties, sacrificing an hour or two of sleep might feel like too high a price. But sometimes spiritual growth requires mild discomfort or sacrifice. If you consistently dismiss these wake-up calls because "I need my sleep," you may miss out on pivotal revelations. That doesn't mean you must lose rest night after night, but it suggests that at least once you might say, "Okay, God, I'm listening. Even though I'm tired, I won't scroll aimlessly on my phone. I'll pray, I'll reflect, I'll journal." This small act of devotion can yield an outpouring of wisdom that overshadows any temporary grogginess. If you approach these times with the attitude that your spiritual well-being is as vital as physical rest, the universe responds with empowering energy that carries you through the day in unexpectedly refreshing ways. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of something extraordinary. If you keep waking at 3 a.m., or even if it happens sporadically but powerfully, don't overlook it. Don't brush it off as mere coincidence or random insomnia. Consider that God might be trying to wake you up, both physically from your bed and spiritually from complacency. This phenomenon happens to only around 2% of people in a way that truly transforms their perspective. Are you among that 2% who not only wakes up, but also heeds the call? If so, you are stepping into a realm of awareness that can catapult you into a new level of purpose, manifestation, and connection to the divine. But remember, alignment is a two-way street. The universe may offer these nightly invitations, but you must RSVP. Release the notion that you can remain passive. Instead, embrace these wake-ups as sacred invitations to explore the hidden corners of your destiny. Picture yourself a month from now, more in tune with divine signals, more confident in your sense of purpose, more prepared to implement the instructions you receive. That vision is not a fantasy. It's a glimpse into what happens when you wholeheartedly commit to spiritual communion at life's quietest hour. Be vigilant against cynicism. Someone might tell you it's just your circadian rhythm messing up. Perhaps it is in part, but that doesn't negate the deeper spiritual significance. Doubt is the silent saboteur of progress. Whenever cynicism arises, remember the times in your life when perfect synchronicities occurred. Those "how did that happen" moments that defied logical explanation. Keep those memories close as they anchor your faith in a reality that extends beyond what the eye can see or the mind can rationalize. Life is about expansion. If your spirit wants to expand, you must be open to unorthodox methods of communication from the universe. If you are not expanding, you are stagnant. And a stagnant life slowly drains your passion, your creativity, and your sense of mission. By responding to your 3 a.m. calls, you are declaring to the universe, "I am ready to evolve, to listen, to transcend my limitations." This single shift in attitude can trigger an avalanche of blessings, new relationships, and insights far beyond what you ever imagined possible. And now, chosen one, as we reach the end of this message, I want you to step into the truth. You are worthy of divine dialogue at any hour, especially 3 a.m. You did not stumble upon this video by chance. You were guided here because your heart is open and your mind is searching. The universe is more than willing to meet your curiosity with divine revelations. If you've been longing for solutions, new directions, or a sense of intimate connection with God, look no further. Your wake-up calls at 3 a.m. are not disruptions, they are invitations. Will you accept? Remember our 3 steps. First, if you haven't already, click the like button. Signal your readiness to embrace this quiet hour phenomenon as a sacred invitation. Second, subscribe and join this community of awakened souls who are collectively tuning in to a higher plane of spiritual wisdom. Third, type 777 in the comments to declare your commitment to responding to these 3 a.m. calls. Doing so sends a clear message to the universe. I am no longer asleep, physically or spiritually. I choose to be part of the 2% who wake up and heed the call. Carry these words with you in the days and nights ahead. Let them replay in your mind when your eyes snap open in the hush of pre-dawn. Instead of rolling over in frustration, use that moment to connect deeply with your Creator, to ask bold questions and to listen for bold answers. In that quiet space, you may feel a presence, a warmth that says you are not alone. Yes, the path might still have obstacles, but each obstacle is actually a stepping stone, guiding you to the next level of your awakened life. Chosen one, God is reaching out to you at 3 o'clock a.m. Are you ready to reach back? Let your next breath be a breath of anticipation and courage. May you discover that the nights once filled with restless tossing and turning are now suffused with wonder, clarity, and a sense of divine purpose. You won't believe how incredible life becomes when you embrace this sacred hour as your personal appointment with destiny. So take heart, you're not merely part of the crowd, you're part of the 2% who dare to wake up, literally and spiritually. Step forward and watch as the universe opens new dimensions of possibility. Your destiny of heightened awareness beckons. Are you ready to answer the call at 3 a.m.?